Yo, we live, man. It's Primo Sports, episode 3. You know what I'm saying? It's Jake spreading love, your host, with my co-host,
Lex.
Big Lex in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got my brother out here. You know what I mean? Kilo, my blood brother, you know what I'm saying? It's a new episode, man. Usually we do it every Friday, but we doing it on a fucking Monday because it's the Primo's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Big Lex in the building. You know, Big 4-0. Congratulations to that. So, you know how we gonna start it off? We're gonna start it off with a shot. We're gonna get this shot going right here. And we're gonna start talking these sports, man. A lot of shit going on.
There was a lot of excitement.
A lot of excitement.
A lot of excitement over the last couple days.
Come on, bro.
That's not OD.
Not OD.
Nah, OD.
Let me see let me see yours.
Right here. I'm with you. So
I'm
look,
just saying by myself.
we was talking about UFC 316 on Friday. So the fights went down. Cuz watched UFC not for the first time, but first time in a long time. Now he's on point, you know what I mean? So he gonna give his thoughts on the fights and what happened with Merab versus Sugar Sean O'Malley and with Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. So we're gonna start off with the first fight of the co-main event. Kayla Harrison ends up becoming the new bantamweight champion by the way of Kimura.
Almost snapped this bitch's
Almost snapped her shit in half.
Almost snapped that bitch's
Almost
in
snapped
half.
her shit in half. And I mean, I understand Juliana's, she's game, but she wasn't ready for that pressure. So, what's your assessment of the fight? And what do you see for Juliana Pena moving forward? Do you think she could bounce back from this? Because she's talking crazy already. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, if she's talking crazy, I like the confidence. Shit. I respect the confidence, but what was the old girl's name that she fought?
Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, she was just too strong, man. I felt like there was nothing that Pena in the situation can do. Once she got her on the ground, it was like she was just treating her like a little sister, like you're not getting up. And that's it. And once I get full control over whatever position I'm in, it's over. You're not getting out. And it's crazy because it's like from when I seen some highlights from when she fought Nunez.
Yep.
She was fighting like she got a good stand-up game.
Yeah.
But I just think that Kayla was just bigger, stronger, and that was just ended up being the end all be all really. It was just the strength and size, really.
Yeah, so Kayla Harrison is a 2-time Olympic gold medal champion in judo. So, I mean, you getting the gold, that's 2 of them, that's a hell of a feat, you know what I mean? She's really like that. She could throw,
right.
I mean, she could throw guys around like it's nothing. So imagine what she could do to a female. But what ends up happening now is the greatest fight in women's history.
That's gonna be crazy.
Amanda Nunes is coming back to the UFC.
That's gonna be crazy.
She's back and she's ready to fucking stay. She actually said, "I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a long time." So not only is she gonna try to get the belt back, she's actually gonna stay around for a little bit to beat bitches up.
Yeah, she's gonna try to beat up on.
She's gonna beat up some hoes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So.
Cause how long has she been going?
Oh, she's, I want to say maybe not a year yet. I don't even think a year yet since her last fight, I want to say.
So she ain't even really, I wouldn't even say that's technically gone.
Yeah, she hasn't been going for a long time.
I feel like she took a break.
Yeah, but she was holding 2 belts simultaneously. So now you're going to have Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. I mean, this is going to be the biggest women's fight ever. Like, I don't give a fuck if, Clarissa Shields went against fucking Muhammad Ali's daughter. Like, I don't give a fuck. There's nothing that could compare to this. This girl, Kayla Harrison, is a linebacker. Bitch is too big. You can't hold her. And she can hold you. She throws you to the ground, puts you in submission. She was attempting multiple submissions on Juliana Pena. She couldn't do anything with her at all. Once she moved over to the Kimura, you could see. So like, since she's been in that situation a lot, especially like when you're a grappler and you do jujitsu, you know when it's raps for your shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, once Juliana felt her fucking arm go past her hip, she tapped immediately because she already knew
Like, my shit's gonna break.
one more second of that.
You could see in the replay, bro, like how
Right.
she was just slowly moving her arm back. And once she got it like right here, once it was like this, I was like, tap.
Yeah,
And she held on for a little bit longer
because
and
it's
then
gonna
ended up
tear your
tapping.
it's gonna
But
tear
I'm
your
like,
shoulder.
nigga, all she would have had to do was just turn my shit a little bit and I'm tapping.
Yeah,
Fuck that bitch, get the gun.
yeah, nah, she gonna turn. She gonna turn your shit. You know
I'm
what I'm
popping
saying?
her in her toe, bro. Fuck that. Bitch ain't putting me in this hold like this, bro. Nah, not in front of my friends.
And now and now it's crazy because the women, women fighting has really taken, it's new, man. Like, I remember when girls used to fight, bro, it used to be like, they punched like women, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was no form, it was straight, it was hammer fist, you know what I'm saying? It was the ones that had grappling, they could pretty much
grapple,
dominate. Like Ronda Rousey. So Ronda Rousey, when she came in, she was able to wrestle, put bitches in arm bars, all types of shit. Her jiu-jitsu was crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the game developed, and Amanda Nunes comes around. Holly Holmes comes around. These girls actually know how to bang and fight. They know how to throw kicks and to throw combinations. Every fight starts on the feet. You know what I mean? Whenever every round starts on your feet. So the striker always has an advantage. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what Amanda Nunes has to do, she got to keep the distance, and I mean she got to put the pause on her because Kayla has never been hit by a girl like I'm telling you, Amanda Nunes can knock out.
Is a little bigger
She's
than her
knocking
too,
out
bro.
dudes. Yeah.
Nunes is a little bigger than
Exactly.
her too, so it's like, Kayla might want to watch out for that power.
But Amanda Nunes speaks to the testament of like what I'm trying to say about how the game has changed for women fighting. Period. Like even Clarissa Shields has helped that shit out a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're paying attention to the women now, and these girls, they can fucking fight, and that's just UFC period right now. Like there's no more of like specialists. Like all I do is jujitsu. All I do is you need to know everything. If not, you're never gonna be a champion. You have to know everything because you could see in the fight with Sean O'Malley, he's a striker. He can't handle the pressure of a wrestler. Somebody that's constantly taking you down, that negates you. You could be a striker all you want. If I could take you and throw you on the fucking ground, what you gonna do? You can't punch me.
Right. I took away everything from you. I took away your greatest weapon.
And that's real
now you
fighting
have to
and
fight
shit.
me from the ground.
And that's real fighting, So
But yeah, even with that fight, I'm pretty sure you about to bring that shit up. For me, that was like a similar situation where it was like, Sean. Like I feel like there, even though I said last week, like what Sean, he needs to use his length. There was no way that he was able to even use his length because this dude just kept moving. Yeah. It's like how you could see that he was trying to like find some type of setup to like get something good in there, but he couldn't because this dude, he's just constantly moving, and then once he got all the paws like all up in his chest and shit, got him down to the ground, it was like now he's too strong for Sean.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean? And it's like, and he don't get tired. Right. He didn't get tired the whole fight. It was what, 2-3 rounds? He didn't get tired the whole fight, bro.
And that's crazy. It's crazy how much this shit has developed. Do you remember the first time you saw UFC, Key? Like your first time like watching the UFC and shit? No. Like the first fight or like, you know what I mean? Like
I don't remember the fighters.
Right, yeah. But like do you remember, because I remember when like I was a kid and shit, used to like go over like some of my friends' house and shit, and I used to see the DVDs of like UFC, and then like they even had remember they had the game that had like Tito Ortiz and that shit.
Yep.
It was like the first UFC game and shit, and I was
I
like,
think I had it.
yeah, and then we started the Ultimate Fighter really like changed everything.
Yeah, I watched
obviously.
that. I definitely
You
watched
know.
that.
Let me close this window so we don't hear all this bullshit outside.
Yeah,
Ultimate Fighter, that was my show.
I remember it from when it originated in a sense, like
That's
when
what
they had like
happened.
not like even before that, like just UFC in general, when they had like fucking like the Gracies, you know what I mean, Hoist
Yeah.
Gracie and like Ken Shamrock and all of them, like before they even had like the weight classes.
But see, like when you talking about hoist and all that those are like that's what I'm trying to even the point of me like bringing up like you remember the UFC is because back then Hoist Gracie came in. He's a jiu-jitsu guy, right? Nobody had ever dealt with that type of shit before. Somebody just putting you in a crazy yoke, putting you in a crazy armbar. You never dealt with that type of shit, right? So he changes the game. But the thing is, what is he gonna do when somebody can easily grapple like him, but they also can strike this like better than him, right? So then that's what surpasses him. Now the game is developing, right? Now as the game
It's
goes
evolving,
on,
it's
there's
starting to
people that can
evolve.
strike, right? And there's people that can take you to the ground and put you in a yoke, right? Now the game has changed again. We have calf kicks now, right? Because the thing was, everybody was doing leg kicks, but they would hit you in the thigh. They would hit you, but now they're hitting you right in your calf, right? So there's nerves. There's nerves right here,
Yeah,
and it can actually make your shit start folding. And it happened to Sugar Sean O'Malley in one of his, the first fight he ever lost because he got hit in the calf and it hit a certain nerve that made like whenever he stepped, his foot was folding because the nerve was fucked up on it. You know what I'm saying? And now people are just taking your legs out. The game keeps developing, and now the people that are at the top are all they're well rounded. There's no like the only person that was a specialist that was a champion was Alex Pereira in the light heavyweight, but it's because like I mean the guy is made of like fucking oak trees or some shit like that, bro. Like he's the toughest. Like he touches you, it's over. You know what I mean? But then he lost his belt. Why? Because the guy he lost his belt to can do jujitsu, can do wrestling, can also do striking. Marab, he can strike. He was catching Sean with punches and that shit too. And mind you, Sean's a striker, and he's hitting him with shit.
He was.
He's catching him with shit because you know why? I'm scared that you're gonna take me down every 3 seconds. I don't know when
He
you're
never
shooting
let
for
him
that.
set. He never let
There's
him
no
set.
chilling. There's
He
no
never
chill.
let him set. The whole fight, he was just like, I can't. It was hard to describe, but it's just like he just kept Sean just like. It almost seemed like he was overthinking it at times, cause it's like, damn, maybe if he would have just threw it just to see how he would have reacted, but he didn't because he's thinking about if I do throw it, now I'm leaving this opening for him to rush me, for him to get me down, put me in some type of hold wrestling move that I just can't get out of. Because you seen every time that he had him on the ground, that right there was just killing the energy. Because then every time he tried to get up or something, boom, he's putting him right back down.
Right.
Like even when Kayla was fighting Pena, bro, every time she stood back up, she was just taking her leg right back out and putting her right back on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and that's annoying.
You
That's
couldn't
gonna drive you fucking
because you're
nuts.
wasting so much energy
Oh
to
my
get
God.
up that as soon as you get put back down, it's like now I gotta waste more energy to get back up while I'm still defending myself.
Yeah, would drive me up a
Yo,
fucking
so now
wall,
you're just mad, you're aggravated.
And then the guy has infinite energy.
Yo,
Dude.
he don't stop, bro. He did not stop.
He's a human espresso shot.
Yo, he did
Like,
not stop
deadass.
the whole fight. The whole fight, he just kept going and going and going and going. He just I'm like, yo, back up,
Bro,
bro.
All I saw from that
Bro.
fight was that he had him in like some type of yoke, and he was like kissing him on the back. And it
Oh,
was
so
like
that
right- it was like
no,
right
so
before
that
the
was the
round
first
ended,
fight. That was the first fight.
Oh, that
That-
wasn't even yesterday.
That wasn't yesterday. So
I didn't see. No.
yeah. So that's how good this guy
I was
is.
working.
Is that he's taking somebody that is very, very skilled. I mean, Sugar Sean O'Malley is not a fucking joke. I know, I understand that
Right,
Marab
right.
beat him, but you can't take away some people are just better than you. It doesn't mean that you're ass. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's just that Marab is a step ahead of him, and he just has better. He's a better build. He stylistically, he can't fuck with Marab. Marab's a wrestler first. Very much pressure in your face. If you're trying to use your length, it's hard to use it because he gets under it. You're trying to throw an elbow, he's ducking under it. He knows you never know when he's throwing the takedown. And like I said, now he's improved the striking. So now he can actually catch you with a couple of hooks and then throwing the takedown. But yeah, so what you saw was in the first fight. So
Right.
he had him in the thing, right? He had him in a yoke on the cage, and like that's how much in control this dude was. And this is and Sugar Sean O'Malley is a sniper, bro. He's a one-touch sleep type of guy,
Mhm.
and he had no fear for that. Took him down, like you
He's
said. In the
really
first
good.
fight, he was kissing on him. In the second fight, he lifted him up in the air, bro.
Nah,
Like-
he really
like
did. Like
he-
had him on his shoulder like a fucking stereo, bro. Like he just like this, boom, get down. I want you right here, and I'm gonna control the fight from here, from now on.
What,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
tapped him?
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
he didn't tap him right there, but it ended up leading. I don't know if it was right there after the slam that he led into it because I was like kind of in and out of the fight because the shit was kind of fucking I ain't gonna lie, I be streaming the shit, you know what I'm saying, and the stream was fucking up a
he
little
legit-
bit.
Lagging.
Yo, he
Yeah.
picked him up, bro. He put him on the shoulder, carried him for a little bit, couple steps,
Right.
put him on the ground. Like, nah, you stay here, stay right here, bro.
Like you my son.
You gotta stay right here. And then when he got him in the choke,
Yep.
and then he just laid flat like it was a wrap, bro.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was like one,
Cause Sean-
he's too heavy.
Yeah.
He's too heavy. Two, the pressure that he had on his neck, bro. It's like, yo, either you was gonna either go to sleep
Yeah, that old boy was
or
trying
just
to-
like he was gonna fucking break your shit.
Yeah, so what Sean tried to do is, right, so when he started putting the choke on him, Sean was trying to turn into it to try to create a little bit of space
Yeah.
so that way he couldn't fully get the choke in on him. But what happened is Marab, he's very adaptable in any situation. So when he went and turned over and tried to create the space, Marab turned with him and then put more pressure down with his shoulder down into him, and it made the choke even stronger.
Right.
So then you saw Sean, because he's good at jiu-jitsu too. He was trying to defend the hands because that's what you got to do. You got to break the hands, but you could tell that he was gonna tap, like, because when it turned, you see his hands kind of go out, and that obviously if your hands are out, you can't fight the hands. And then that pressure was on him, and then you could see the hand kind of go. You could tell when somebody's gonna tap because the hand kind of goes out a little bit, and then they're like, you could kind of see the tap about to come. You know what I mean? So, it sucks, bro, because honestly, I love Sugar Sean O'Malley, man. He's a fucking great fighter, and everybody likes knockouts, you know what I mean, more than wrestling, but you got to give credit where credit's due. And I see Marab, honestly, holding that title for a very long time. He's got the build for it, man. The guy choked him out and then jumped over the fence and gave everybody a high five
Man,
afterwards.
he still
with
had
mad
energy after that. Like that's the crazy shit. He still had
Immense,
super energy.
immense energy. We didn't even take these shots, bro.
He still had 10 energy. Like, he's probably still fighting right now. I don't know. Fight happened on Saturday. He's still out here banging.
Oh, you got one? Oh shit. Yo, man.
I kind of already took it.
That's all good. Salute 40.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
All right. So I'm UFC'd out, man. We got to move on to what's happening in the finals. So we had game 2. OKC beat the fuck out the Thunder. and I don't give a fuck.
Out the Pacers.
I mean, my fault. OKC beat. This is why, you know what I mean? OKC beat the fuck out the Pacers. And thank God. Because I'm going to be real, man. I can't have the fucking Pacers winning a chip. I don't need Tyrese Halliburton on the 2K cover. Because I'm not going to get it. I'm not getting it, all right? That shit. Because they're going to, who knows what they, you know, they probably put them with the choking shit.
Nah.
I'm not getting it.
I don't play 2K anyway, but I would.
But to be real,
nah,
the way I see this shit playing out, and I'm gonna be 100. I'm not
They're
trying.
gonna lose. They're gonna lose.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say this shit on some biased shit. I'm really not. This is really how I see it because I've been watching both games. I think it's gonna play out how it played out for AI versus the Lakers. I think you get that game one at their house, and it was fire. It was cool. You hit a crazy shot. I think it's OKC in 5, man. Because the team, they can't. That team is too much, man. This dude, I don't know if y'all said that Aaron Wiggins, bro, lighting him up. I think he hit 5 threes. I mean,
yeah, I seen him hit a couple threes.
they have mad bench, and my
They
dude.
just got solid team.
They
basketball.
got solid team basketball.
They're fast.
Isaiah Hartenstein, I mean, the passes he makes, he's so smart. He's so fucking smart. He gets it, and he already is like, it's like pre-planned in his head. He already knows. Oh, he's coming off. Excuse me, Caruso's coming off the screen. I'm already throwing it to him. Like, it's just smart basketball. And when they lock in, and they're not like turnovers, I don't know, man. Like, that team is really
they're hard to
complete.
stop, bro.
That team is really
They're a
complete.
complete team. They're fast, bro. The way they get into the passing lanes, to get deflections, to create steals, the way that they attack the rim, like they shoot threes or whatever, but it seems like they're always at the rim.
Yeah.
They're always to the rim. Always to the rim. And I like that. You know what I mean? Like, I like seeing that because it's like it's taking 30 threes a game and it's turning it into just 15 or 12 a game or something like that. And it's just, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mid-range. Let's get to the basket. Let's draw these fouls. Get some people into foul trouble. And it got Indiana on on the last game, it was like they were on their heels the whole game.
Yeah.
Opposed to just like in the first game where they had them on their heels, but it seemed like for whatever reason, I don't know if OKC just decided to just say, fall back a little bit.
Probably let off the gas a little
or
bit.
if it was just if it was just that Indiana magic that they got right now.
Yeah.
But for this game, it seemed like it started the same way the first game did, but they just kept with it. They kept with it for all 4 quarters.
Kept building on the lead.
And it was like, they couldn't do nothing. Like, they really had, hands in the passing lane, blocking shots, bro. Like, everybody, it seemed like every play was a fast break.
Yeah.
Everything was just a fast break. So, that was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I like seeing that.
So SGA got 72 points in 2 games so far. He had a 38 piece in game 1. He had 34 yesterday. How you feeling about the boy? Pause.
He's balling. He's proving himself. He's definitely proven himself. That he's one of them ones. Will he go for? I don't know if he's gonna get 30. He might get 30. I don't think he's gonna get 38, 40 in this next game because they're going back to. They're going to Indiana. I do think Indiana is gonna be pretty prepared.
So who you got winning game 3?
I got OKC in 6, but I do see this game 3 is gonna be a tough game. I don't think they're gonna just walk over Indiana in this game. If they do, if OKC does win, I got them maybe anywhere between 5 to 10 point win. But if the Pacers win, they probably edge them out. I don't think they'll just blow OKC out. But yeah, I think the Pacers are gonna be prepared for Game 3, just because Rick Carlisle, he's a great coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's a great coach, and I don't think he's gonna allow what happened in Game 2 to go down in Game 3. You know what I mean?
So, Key, what would you like to see? How do you predict Game 3 is gonna go, and who do you want to win, and what's your prediction for how many games it's gonna go?
I think it's gonna go 6 to OKC. So that would mean that the Pacers is probably gonna.
What up, Britain?
They're gonna win. They're gonna win one of these home games. So I don't know if it's gonna be this home game or the next one, but
I need a prediction for
have-
Game 3. Who's gonna win? I just need a prediction between. You know what I mean? Who you think is gonna take Game 3?
I think OKC gonna take it.
Okay. What's your point differential? Is it a close game? Is it a blowout?
I think it's gonna be close. Yeah, I think it's gonna be close, and then towards the end they might kind of go away, get away with it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way I see it.
SGA, I think SGA gonna get 30.
Yeah, I honestly, bro, I don't think fucking the Pacers are gonna win another game in this
But
series. To be
if
honest.
the Pacers do win, Siakam gotta go off.
Yeah,
Obviously, Hallie gotta go off. Whether it be scoring, I think he gotta score. He gotta go crazy.
yeah,
Scoring.
Right.
Yeah, he has
And
to
then,
stop having these games where it's like
Where he don't
30,
shoot.
and then the next game 8.
How many
And the
shots?
next game 25.
How
and
many
then
shots
next
did he
game
take
6.
in game 2? Did he end up taking?
So yesterday, me and Key were actually talking mid-game, and I was saying that Halliburton was at 1 for 5 from 3. He was 2 for 7 from the field and had 5 points. Right. Fourth quarter, he erupted for like 14 or something like that.
That's what
Right.
he does.
You gotta stop
So-
that shit,
That's what he
bro.
does.
So even he admitted, he said, I gotta start doing this earlier in the game. I gotta figure out how to get involved earlier. Because the problem is you're waiting too long to try to get involved. But that's also OKC's defense. And this is what I'll say. Man, I love JB, you know what I'm saying? It's my fucking dog, all of that. I could see why he's second team All NBA. SGA is clearly the best player and point guard in the league right now.
Mhm.
His fucking defense is because his defense is not, it's basically just as good as his offense because every time you come into the lane, he's really good at coming through and smacking that ball from you. You know what I mean? He did it to Tyrese Halliburton a couple of times.
Oh yeah, when
And-
he's going up and
And he smacks the ball from you, and then he finishes, and he could really lock up on the perimeter. So he's the best player in the league right now. I mean, you got to give it to him. You know what I mean? You talking about All-Star, first team All-NBA, wins the NBA MVP, wins Western Conference MVP. And if he gets this Finals MVP, I don't give a fuck. He is the best Thunder of all time. You could bring up KD's stats and Russell Westbrook having, 3
Yeah.
triple doubles.
Didn't win no chips though.
Nobody brought it home. So yes, if you was to look at it analytically, you would say, okay, numbers wise, KD, or Russ because he had, 3 fucking seasons with a triple double is insane.
Yeah,
But
they played longer too.
When you're gonna ask an OKC fan, they're gonna without
say
a doubt
SGA.
say SGA.
They're
Because
definitely
who
gonna say
brought you the
SGA.
chip? It's like I know that Phil Simms was probably a better quarterback. I mean, I don't know, but it was
See,
pretty
like,
close. Like I know that Phil Simms is probably a better quarterback than Eli, right? But I saw Eli bring me 2 chips. So I'm gonna say Eli's the better giant to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what I saw. When you ask an OKC fan if SGA wins this chip, they're gonna say that he's the best Thunder of all time. They're not even gonna fucking think about it. And especially if he does all of this in 1 year. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
but
this is
even with that though,
unprecedented.
like how long was KD like really with OKC?
I think he was there about 9 years.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Damn, for real.
OKC, not including the Seattle SuperSonics.
Right, I think he was there for
OKC.
1 year. He was
You
there
feel me?
for 1 year. when they were
So
Sonics.
technically, yeah, SGA would technically end up being the fucking like the greatest
He already
in a
got
sense
it.
because
Yeah, but KD only played 1 year as a Sonic. The rest of his years was a
Oh,
Thunder.
I hear that,
You know what
but
I
he'll
mean?
end up being that because he's younger.
Yeah.
If he brings a chip, where's he going?
But here's what I'm trying to say. He'll be the best Thunder of all time, but he's not better than KD.
I'm not saying that.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell people because what's
Oh, yeah,
gonna
no,
happen
I wouldn't
is
say that
the
at all.
debate would be because that's what you would what your counter
See,
would be
like-
okay,
That
would you because boom, right? What makes you the best Thunder of all time? You being the best player that ever played for the Thunder, or you accomplishing the most as a Thunder? You getting a chip, or you actually being the best player that technically was a Thunder? Because if you're going off of that, KD is the best player that ever was a Thunder. You get what I'm saying? Because he's better than SGA. But if you're saying who's the best Thunder of all time, people are gonna say that. That's where it's like gets different.
I
You
feel
know what I
like-
mean?
Yeah, but like
that's really people's
even
counter
with
to
that,
it.
I wouldn't even like if you're talking about who's the better player, I wouldn't even compare KD to SGA because I'm automatically gonna go with KD because one, he's more efficient and he's taller.
Right, and,
So I'm
and,
gonna
and the
go with that.
accolades are there too as well. He's been in the league longer. He's got more.
He got chips.
Yeah.
He got the Olympic gold medals. He has that.
Right,
So
right.
that for me. And then they play two different positions. I mean, I'm picking KD, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
overall, like who's nigga KD?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? KD. But who's gonna end up being the greatest Thunder? Yeah, you would have to say SGA because one.
What you
Where
accomplish
he's- what
with the
he-
Thunder is
Look what he got with the Thunder.
Yeah.
KD, he got some stuff with the Thunder, like points, some highlights and stuff,
It's-
right?
Yep.
But
I
he,
got a good analogy for you.
but he lost in the finals, right? And then he ended up leaving, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then he got his two and then going everywhere else and getting
It-
his accolades as well.
I got a perfect analogy for it. It's the same way that LeBron is technically the best player that's ever played for the Heat, but he's not the greatest Heat of all time. LeBron's the best player that's ever played for the Heat.
Statistically, probably.
No, he's the best player that's ever
Yeah,
played for
because
the Heat.
even
It's
if
not-
like,
it's not
because
even
even like even for me, like if you
Yeah.
say that, I'll probably like, yeah, I got, like I hear you, but nigga D Wade.
right, but
like,
D Wade's the
look-
best
look what
Heat of all time. Right,
like
but,
overall.
but
you know
I'm
what
talking
saying?
about who's the best player that's ever played for the team. LeBron is the best player that's ever played for the Heat.
Yeah, and I would think that
But-
would be because of his name.
Because of who?
All
Because
the-
LeBron
who
is
he
because because LeBron's better than D Wade.
That-
you know what I
but
mean?
also,
Like-
too, his name as well. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
The
yeah.
Name,
So you would
All
say.
right,
So you
better,
would say. Right.
but
So that's
it's-
the
but
analogy.
it would always
yeah.
still be like, nigga, that's still Wade count.
No,
at the end
exactly.
of the
You would
day,
say you would
like-
say Wade is the best Heat of all time. So that's what I'm saying with this SGA shit. You're gonna say the best player that ever played for OKC is Kevin Durant, but the best Thunder.
but then even that could be a
is
debate.
SGA.
Though. You could even debate that because then you still have to take Russ in accountability because of the 3 years of going to getting all them triple doubles.
Yeah, but I'm not. But see, but you're taking the. Yeah, but he's not better than KD.
He's not.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But then you say, but then like I said, like even just taking what you're saying, like overall the best OKC player.
No, but I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's two different things. There's the best player that's ever played for an organization. Like, I'm Kevin Durant. I played for the Warriors. I played for the OKC. I mean, I guess the Steph, you would debate that one. But I played for OKC. I was the best player that's ever played for OKC because I'm the best. I'm better than any player that's ever played on OKC. But I'm Russell Westbrook. I accomplished more with OKC. So as far as OKC goes, I'm the better Thunder, but I'm not the best player that's ever played for the Thunder because I'm not better than Kevin Durant. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like two different things. But if you're saying who's gonna be the best Thunder of all time, if SGA wins this chip, there's no Thunder fan in the fucking world that's gonna say it's not SGA. Because you brought him the joy of the chip. Nothing is better than bringing you the joy of the chip. Nothing. I don't give a. I had 17 triple doubles, bro. You in a row. Bring the chip. The chip is what matters. That's what's gonna hold in there in my heart and everything because that's the memory, the celebration. But so SGA by far, not by far, I guess, whatever you want to keep it close, but he'll be the best Thunder of all time. He wins this chip. He'll be the best Thunder of all time.
And for his career.
Yeah.
Because, the Thunder are not getting rid of him.
Oh, he's there forever. They'll pay him.
If he brings
they will take
shit,
all the taxes from
he's
Oklahoma
supposed to
and
try.
find a way to just give it to him.
Is this his like second year or how many years?
Oh no, he's been with them for a little bit now.
He's been over there for a little while because he was over in what? He started off over there with the Clippers or something like that.
Yeah, he was the
traded him.
Clippers. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they traded him.
Yep.
Oh wow. I
So
thought it was like a second or third year. Right?
Because wasn't it like him and like Darren Fox or something like that?
yeah, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Look, man, SGA, and then look at even the Kings. They had Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's systems. I'm not gonna say you can't really be like, oh, they made a mistake. It's just systems. Certain systems.
Yeah,
just work better
sometimes it's
for
just
people.
like, sometimes like, nah, this system, it just fits my game better.
Yeah.
So I'm able to excel with this system. Opposed to if I'm over here and they got me shooting more than I'm, and I'm more of a distributor, then, it might fuck up the flow for not only the team, but for myself. And, nobody wants that. Everybody wants to, have the perfect fit for them. Because everything ain't for everybody, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, a lot of times you could see on paper, like, damn, you got this, this, and this. But, like, all right, you had Bradley Beal, fucking Devin Booker, and KD. And you would think on paper, yo, this is going to kill. But then you look at it, and then you look at it, the style of play, and it's like, nigga, this shit ain't going to work, bro. This shit ain't gonna work for nothing.
It's too many I need the ball people.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like unless D Book was gonna try to convert to like a true point guard or some shit like that, he can't. That's not his game. He's a bucket.
Right, you're taking away from his game by converting him into that. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, that's not who he is. Like, you gotta let that man be him. And then of course, like, how do you not get KD the ball? He's probably the most efficient scorer ever, bro.
Alright, well let me ask you this. If you had a choice between KD and Giannis, who would you rather have on your squad?
For me,
right now.
For me, on the Celtics team, I would take KD. I wouldn't take Giannis.
Right.
Because Giannis demands too much of the ball.
Alright, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Exactly.
What about if you were the Knicks? Are we taking a shot?
I like Giannis over there. I don't think KD.
I
don't think
I agree with
KD
that.
would go to the Knicks because just off of him being in Brooklyn.
And he dissed the Knicks.
You're only going from Brooklyn to Manhattan.
He dissed the Knicks back in the day.
Bro,
so
you're in the same city. You're just in another borough, bro. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't even see him wanting to do that. But
I don't see it
that's
happening.
what's like on social media right now. Like that's what's
I can see Giannis. Like me personally, I kind of like Giannis over there with Brunson. Like that might work. I feel like it helps him more on the defensive end because he's more active and he can move better than Cat.
All right.
You feel me? He moves better.
Should the Knicks have gotten rid of Tibbs?
It's a tough call.
And
I'm just gonna say yes.
Just put yourself in my shoes. I know you're a Celtics fan.
I'm just gonna say yes off of the fact that only because it took him too long to start bringing people in, like other people into
Right.
the rotation.
Alright, but the fact that he, 25
But,
years
no, I
since
feel
we
that.
got in there.
Nah,
It's
and I
kind of
feel
crazy
that.
that we got rid of him
I
like
feel
right
that.
after we got,
I
we
feel that.
accomplished that.
But like I would say that because
And they fired Brunson's father,
which was crazy.
Rick Brunson.
But I
they
feel
got
like that was because of the players.
What about us getting Jason Kidd? You
rid-
think?
Right, how you feel about that?
How you feel about the
that?
Knicks getting Jason Kidd?
I kind of like that because the relationship that he has with Brunson.
Yep, facts.
He's a player coach.
Facts.
He has a relationship with Giannis as well.
That's
Yeah, yo,
I just
yeah.
want
But,
to throw that in there.
Yeah.
But
Found
but
that
that
out.
I feel like that relationship with him and Brunson it's great, and
PG to PG.
Right, and
Right.
Brunson can learn a lot more on the point guard end and how to be a little bit more of a distributor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Because
can't have Brunson hold
because
the ball for like
a
20
lot
seconds.
of fam, right? I mean, like when he gets the
Shit
ball,
drives
it's
me
like
fucking crazy.
everybody just move out the way, bro.
Right.
Whenever he's ready to swing it, he's gonna swing it. Or if somebody got it, they're automatically looking for him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's
So it's
why-
like it'll help kind of take the pressure off of him. It'll show him how to get other people involved, and then maybe other people will feel like more
But see,
trusting in their
and,
shot.
And that's
You know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
And that's the thing. Tibbs was kind of, in I think the last two games, the last two games of the Pacer series, you seen how it was Mikal bringing the ball up more.
Which helps because
Which
it frees
that
him.
way wouldn't be a Brunson holding the ball for 16 to 20 seconds of the fucking possession before a shot goes up.
But the way I see it is,
But I ain't gonna lie, man, it breaks my heart kind of that we got they quiet Tibbs.
if you get
I know there's some
if you
big
get
fans out
kid
there
if you
that
get
listen.
kid, you're almost guaranteed to get Giannis. But that whether that happens or not, man, that's speculation for next year. Right now, it's all about OKC and the fucking Pacers. That's all we have to watch right now. And I will say it's been two good games so far. It's been two good games so far. Well, I mean, honestly, OKC's been fucking blowing them out, and the first game they came back on some crazy shit.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be the formula. Trust me. All right, we did that shit 3 times, and we still are out the fucking playoffs.
Mhm.
It doesn't give you fucking momentum. It just makes you tired, cause you had to go through doing 20-point comebacks and shit. All that shit does is drain you because you exhausted so much energy in that moment to try to come back. So it doesn't really make you the best in the next game. You know what I mean? It's a miracle that we did that shit 2 times in a row. A fucking miracle. That shit does not happen. So if you think that's the formula for you winning a finals, you're bugging. Especially OKC. Because they're not us.
Yeah.
They hold a lead. You know what I mean? Their players, they know how to make... They got a bunch of people that can score on their own. And then their defense, they're young. They're young and they have vets. They're the perfect blend.
And
Honestly, man,
they
it's
play their bench probably too.
They do play their bench.
What's that coach's name?
I don't know his name, bro. I ain't
Yo,
gonna lie.
shout out to
All
him,
I know is white dude. I seen white dude.
Shout out to him.
Yo, no
bro.
bullshit. I said,
Shout out.
yo,
to
no
him.
bullshit.
He
I
don't
looked
even
at
look
him.
like a coach. He look like a Spanish teacher.
Hey, happy birthday. That's what Titi said. Hey. Look. When I looked at him, I said, I don't know his name. I said, white dude out here. That's all I said. I said, he out here. Got OKC with the #1 record 2 years in a row. He's really like that.
That's crazy.
Bro, his extension gonna be nice.
Oh.
That extension gonna be nice.
And I'm gonna be real, man. Like I said, man, I do not see the Pacers win another game, but
I'm
just
telling you, they're gonna win. They're gonna win one more at home,
I definitely see this.
and
going
then that's
6.
it. Because they already got
But
one.
at the same time, if it does go 5, I wouldn't be surprised. Just because of it's the defense.
And no bullshit, they
OKC,
play tomorrow, right?
yeah.
They might get it tomorrow.
Alright.
OKC's defense is crazy.
And it's crazy too, like
Because it's gonna be an adjustment game. They're gonna adjust.
Pacers gonna be at home. They're gonna play hard.
alright. So look, moving on. We got our senior wrestling correspondent in the building. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he watches wrestling
A little bit.
a little bit, and he knows some shit. Apparently, what was it? Was it WrestleMania? Or what was the last pay-per-view that happened? Because I don't know shit anymore.
It was Money in the Bank.
Alright, Money in the Bank. All I saw was some cheeks, you feel me? Because I saw...
there was definitely some cheeks.
I saw that Ripley chick, and some other chick was twerking on her head, and I said...
I don't know her name, but yeah.
I said, this is cool.
I don't know that.
I said,
I don't
now
know their
that's
names.
cool.
I don't know their names, but I know that they're fit. Yeah.
So please tell us what happened in that fight. I need to know who was who. I mean, I know Rhea Ripley, right? That's her name, Rhea Ripley?
Yep.
I know her. I don't know the other chick. Who was the other chick twerking on her head?
I don't know her name, but
Okay.
I know she came up from like the it's like the G League.
What is it, the NXT?
It's like it's like the G League of
I got clients that watch wrestling.
OG wrestling guy right here.
I know a little sub.
Nah, I'm OG. I'm OG.
I got clients.
He was the first one.
I got some clients that be watching it, be putting me on.
Before I ever messed with wrestling, Lex was the one that put me onto it. So, there's a shorty in there. I forget her name. Damn, that make me look bad. But she
He's kind of our senior correspondent.
She's actually the real life wife of one of the Uso brothers. If you know who those guys are, you know the Usos, right? Jimmy and Jay Uso.
Okay.
Yep.
She's Jimmy Uso's real life shorty.
Okay.
And she won the Money in the Bank, and that's that's like a ladder match.
Yeah.
And you win the briefcase, and the briefcase is.
But that shorty that was twerking or not?
No, that's not the.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I can't believe I can't remember her name. But yeah, she probably got the best rump in the game as far as the girls in that match.
Yeah, I need to know.
So she won. She won it.
Okay.
And with the Money in the Bank, like I was saying, like for a whole year, you can challenge whoever has the belt, whoever's the champion. I'm pretty sure it's for whatever belt you want, but obviously you're gonna go for like the heavyweight title, whatever the top belt is. And I'm talking about anytime, anywhere. So let's say you're the champion, and you just finished a match, a crazy ass match too, where like there was like weapons involved and all type of shit, and you just won it, but you're tired as fuck. If you want the Money in the Bank shit, you can come in, you can run in, bring a ref with you, and like boom, they start the match right there. You just go in and pin the person.
Wow.
And you can just get it like that off a person, and you can do it at any time. Like
interesting.
They could be at the airport, I think.
And just fucking ask for the okay.
Yeah, they can challenge for the belt.
Like that,
right there.
So there was that. There was the women's Money in the Bank. And Jimmy Uso, Shorty won it, right? There was the men's Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins won that one.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You know who that is, Lex? You know Seth freaking Rollins?
I've heard of the name, yes.
It sounds familiar. I ain't gonna hold you.
He kind of cheated. I ain't gonna lie, because he got Paul Heyman as his manager.
Okay.
And he got a little.
I know Paul Heyman.
You know, Steiner. Scott Steiner's son.
Rick Steiner? No, that's his brother.
That's the brother, but Scott Steiner's son, he's in the WWE.
Nice.
And he's a beast. He sounds just like his pops. So him and some other big ass motherfucker named Bronson Reed or some shit like that. They're like in a clique, and they came through and they kind of like interfered and helped Seth Rollins win that shit. Rey Mysterio's son, he wrestles. Dominic Mysterio.
Okay. Shout out.
He's the Intercontinental Champion.
Yo, shot for Rey Mysterio, man.
He defended. Yo, where the mother? Rey Mysterio, legend.
Shot for fucking Rey Mysterio, dog.
Dominic,
shout out Ivan for liking the live.
Dominic fucking he defended the Intercontinental title against a guy I don't know. His name was Octagon Jr., luchador guy.
Octagon Jr. I mean, what the fuck?
And I ain't gonna lie. Dominic kind of whooped on him.
No, but what you mean?
What,
His name is
Octagon Jr.?
Octagon Junior.
Yeah,
There's a senior.
yeah, his pops.
So is he just Octagon?
Yeah, he's Juan Octagon. Nah, I don't know if that's his name.
What's the move that he does?
I don't know.
Is
I don't
it
know.
some type of is it like a stop
No,
sign?
I don't think he got his finisher off because, like I
Who's
said,
the dude that-
Dominic whooped his ass.
Who's the dude that be wrestling?
Good night. Love you too, cuz you already know, man.
Oh, my nigga Orange Cassidy.
Yo, that nigga is cool
Yo,
as shit,
the
bro.
smoothest wrestler in
Yo,
the.
my man wrestled with his
But
hands
he
in
wrestles
his
in
pockets.
Oh nah, he was showing me. I seen that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Where he wrestles for. I forget where he wrestles at. I think
Yo,
AEW.
I seen that. I'm like, yo, my man's doing
Yo.
moves with his hands.
Yo,
in his
but-
pockets,
But
bro.
you gotta peep a wrestler named William Offspray. Bro, I'm talking about this guy.
Offspray.
This guy.
Like the Offspray,
Like, I guess so. I don't know. No. Nah, not Offspray. But like, you know, he's a fucking British or something.
I think the question
No,
that we
nasty.
all, but the
He's
question
nasty.
that everybody wants to like have
John
answer-
Cena fought in the wrestling. I don't know if
That's
he's still
cool.
on the
That's
wrestling
cool. That's cool. Who got the fattest ass in WWE? Like who got the
Damn.
fattest ass?
shit.
in
It might be
wrestling?
the shorty that won the Money in the Bank shit.
And we don't know her name.
I forget her name.
Oh,
Hold on, let
God.
me really think about this.
I can't even look her up. Check her OnlyFans.
Yeah, but you could, because she's Jimmy Uso's wife.
Gotta be somebody's wife, right? Fucking ruined it. Nah, but listen.
Yeah, nah, she got.
Alright, but give me like top 5. Give me top 5 asses.
I don't know. If top
Top
5
3,
names.
top 3 asses in
that chick that hit Rhea Ripley with that move on the ladders.
twerking shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she kind of.
You don't know her name?
Nah.
What-
Cause she's kind of new.
Okay, so then
It's
who's 3? You know what I'm saying?
Isn't there a chick in wrestling that was like almost
Nah,
a
there-
superhero?
Yeah, Molly Holly, I think. You talking about back in the day, right?
Nah,
I
like
was-
You
currently.
said almost a superhero?
Yeah, she was like, her name was like almost a superhero
Oh,
or
nah, I
some
don't
shit
know
like
what
that.
that is.
I bet.
But
Move on
there's
from
a wrestling girl that don't wrestle in the WWE. I forget her name. Something. I think it's Sky Blue.
Bro, you need to give me some names, bro, cause I gotta be able to look these people up, bro. I need
wasn't
the
prepared.
names, man. Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
you were not prepared.
Not gonna lie.
It's all good.
And I'm all about preparation. I wasn't ready for this.
It was good. Ass was
I
good.
would've
You know what
I
I
would've
mean?
Googled
Man,
names.
here
I
talking
would've
some
had
sports and
I would've
shit.
had butt prints and everything.
I'm asking Key what's the top 3 booties in wrestling right now. He can't give me no names.
Honestly,
nothing.
most of them got some. Most of them got it.
Sport though.
Huh?
Most of them
That
got
got
it.
nothing to do with the sport though.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
dude, because I need to know.
Hey,
I
and
need to
just
try
for
to
the
get
record-
intrigued in it, and I need ass
Just
to
for
get
the record,
intrigued
they
in
can
it.
wrestle.
I'm not in-
The shorties can wrestle their asses off, bro. They be having better.
Well, I don't
matches
want the
than
asses off. I want the asses on.
Like,
You said, nah, they got better moves than the dudes, you said?
their matches be better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't got names, but there's a
You
couple.
know, obviously,
yeah,
obviously they don't. They
There
don't
we
hit
go.
the-
Thank
they
you,
don't-
bro. Appreciate
They don't
you.
really hit the moves like that, but you
I
know.
don't got names.
I
but
bet.
there's a
So
couple.
top 5 wrestling shorties of all time.
Mm.
Man, I don't know.
Trish Stratus.
Well, that's why we're asking our senior correspondent. Like we're not asking. All right.
Trish Stratus.
Alright.
Alright.
Stacy
He got the
Keebler.
answer.
Okay.
Stacy Keebler.
Okay. Yep, I remember.
Is this in order? Or is this
Liv
just
Morgan.
5? Okay.
Liv Morgan.
I don't know.
I know her because she fine as hell. That's Dominic.
I know Trish Stratus.
Sure.
That's all I
I
know.
know.
Personally, I fuck with Rhea Ripley, even though she's
Rhea,
kind of.
you know Rhea?
I've seen
She's kind of.
She got the dark hair, right?
Yeah,
Dark hair.
She's gothy. She's
Yeah,
gothy.
yeah,
I know
She's
exactly.
kind of
I know
brolic,
what
but
that mean when they got
she's
you.
kind of brolic, but I fuck with her a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn, what's that for?
That's 4.
Damn, I'm trying to name like a throwback. I want to give a shout
Yeah,
out
we
to the
need a
throwback
throwback,
shorties. Yo,
though.
give me Miss Elizabeth. Was she fine? That was Macho Man's girl, right?
She was like,
She was mid.
She was mid?
The fact that you did that,
80s
that was
fine.
mid. Yeah.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember her name though.
So we got 4. We got the top 4. This guy can't remember anybody's fucking name. Nah, I needed that. I needed that because you were naming.
Oh, somebody named Sable. What's that?
Sable.
Hey, listen, Sable was fine, but like compared to like today's standards, like of women, the way women look, like she was kind of like a twig.
Ah.
But her,
I remember Sable.
She was pretty as fuck though.
Who's Locks? I don't know who that is.
That's a wrestler?
I just see. I don't know if I'm reading it right or what. Looks like it says Locks.
Let me see.
Yeah, lots. I don't know.
Let me check.
But I know Sable. I remember her.
Nah, I remember Sable.
Oh, Sable. He's saying lots. Nah, that's not a wrestler, but.
Oh, hold on.
Our live is gonna end in another 4 minutes.
No, it's not. There we go. Damn, well, you know, man, I fell off from wrestling, man, because I'm just, once I found out it was fake, bro, it ruined my life. You know what I'm saying? Because
see, that's the thing. I knew it was fake, and it was still dope as hell.
I didn't know it was fake for a long time. Stone Cold top, you know, my favorite wrestler of all time. But yeah, I mean that's all. That's a good top 5. That's a good top 5. You
I'm a
know.
Bret Hart nigga, man. You know, come from that era. So Bret Hart was my. That's my number 1 all day.
So all right,
nobody takes that.
So top 3 wrestlers for you, Lex. Bret Hart, obviously number 1. That's it.
Best service, best friend.
That's
all I need.
I mean, honestly, I feel the same way. Like, if you ask me, I'm gonna say Stone Cold, and nobody really comes close. Nah, but no bullshit.
But
I fuck with Stone Cold.
I got top 3.
But my favorite wrestler of all time, Eddie Guerrero. R.I.P.
I got top 3.
That's solid.
My top 3 is Jeff Hardy, Swanton Bomb. You feel me? And he's still wrestling right now. He's still wrestling right now. He make music and shit. He be doing concerts.
You know, Matt. Yeah, I was gonna say Matt Hardy got a Spanish wife.
Puerto Rican girl.
He got the Spanish shorty. You know what I'm saying? And I love that for him. At the end of the day. And that's it.
Hey, listen.
That's how I feel about it. Hey, but hold on.
It makes sense though. No, it makes sense.
Jeff,
girl, and he was an extreme wrestler. Feel me?
Oh, they trying. Nah, we can't do that.
What's that?
We should do that.
What's that?
That's like some whole shit, like guest shit. Like,
I mean, fuck it.
it's gonna be girls.
I mean, dude.
Nah, I didn't accept it. I didn't accept it.
Do they know fucking sports?
Nah, it's not gonna be nothing about sports though. That's where it kind of like throws it off. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like part of this live shit that people kind of send you those invites and shit. Huh?
They were probably gonna try to get nasty.
Of course, man. So just hey. What? Well, no, I would have, but I needed a response kind of quick, and I didn't, and I didn't want to just accept it. But it's fine.
I was the pick.
Okay, hold on, Jeff. No, I didn't finish.
And The Rock was that dude. The Rock.
I said The Rock there. I said The Rock there.
You ain't say The Rock at all.
But I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say Jeff Hardy, Stone Cold, and The Rock. Oh no, I'm lying. I'm bugging. This is controversial, but I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
The Rock.
It's Jeff Hardy, Stone Cold, and Chris Benoit. Sorry.
Wow.
If I had to pick.
Hey, shout out for Rose. Thank you very much. What's that? Burp fetish girl? Wow, burp fetish girl.
Yeah, no, I remember back in the day when we were kids. You had the glasses and everything.
Bret Hart, bro, come out.
I'm going Triple H.
Shades,
Yo, no bullshit.
Jacket.
Triple H is definitely a fucking GOAT.
Feel me?
Kane.
Swaggy.
Yo, hold on. Somebody in the comments said Kane was in this shit. I don't know if y'all really know the Kanes. Yo, Kane was out in like the fucking 90s, nigga.
Yeah,
and I didn't even know
Isaac Yankem.
No, I'm not talking about.
Yo, we poured up these shots. We didn't fucking take.
I've been drinking my shit, bro.
Before he was Kane in the WWF, he was
Dr.
Isaac Yankem.
Yeah, I know that. And you know they made him the bootleg Diesel.
Yep, they made him that too. When this dude went to WCW originally.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was.
But if I had to pick three, I probably got like three.
Kane definitely.
It'll probably be like Bret Hart. You gotta go Shawn Michaels.
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, good.
The Rock.
That's your top three?
You can't be mad at it.
Huh? I wouldn't say
That's your
necessarily top 3, but
No,
Top
no,
one
it
is
has
all-
to. First of all, no, you can't do that.
All right, fine, that's
What's
my
your
top
top three?
that's my top 3.
That's
right?
what's your top three?
Because it's
Alright,
like, how do you say how can you not mention Shawn Michaels?
Alright, so what's your top? Alright,
So you saying like my top three?
so-
is
no,
not-
I'm
not
not
saying that.
no,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
so-
How do you not mention Shawn Michaels?
I know.
Nah, that's a fact. That's
He's
a fact.
the most like
Nah, and he was a good ass wrestler.
he was
No
probably
bullshit.
like the best performer.
Right. Alright, so out of your top three,
I think it depends on what area you're talking about. Oh, you want to go?
That too, we can do that.
Oh, Sting.
Sting was
and
my
you want
boy.
top five, yo.
Sting was my
Sting-
boy, but
Sting
Alright,
is,
so I
but
do
see,
got
but
Bret
then we
Hart.
gotta talk about that. All right, so let's separate it. After
Nah.
this, no. Let's separate it. Let's
you
go.
can go eras,
Yeah.
you can go 90s.
No. Let's separate
WCW.
organization. Let's separate
Oh, you
organization.
can even do organization.
He was kind of in both though.
Yeah, but he's way more famous in WCW.
Who?
Alright, but,
Sting?
but hold
Yeah.
on before we go
Sting
there.
is WCW.
Yeah, but go ahead.
It don't matter
Before
even if he wasn't
Before we
WWE.
go there, so your top three: Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, The Rock. Now, if they were in a triple threat match, who's winning that shit?
Nah, we need your top three first.
My top three. I know I
Yeah.
already said it. All right, but I'll say it again: Eddie Guerrero, Stone Cold, The Rock.
Eddie Guerrero, Stone Cold, The Rock.
Yep.
All right, so then we'll start off. I'm not trying to. We'll
All
take
right, so
your
now-
idea,
now-
but let
so
me start
your
first because
top three.
I did my top three first.
It was Jeff.
No, I'm saying that who's gonna win the triple threat match. So if
Okay.
it's between Jeff Hardy, Chris Benoit, and Stone Cold, Jeff Hardy might win because they're not as acrobatic as him. So and he still has when he's spin and do that shit to you.
Mm.
What that bitch? You know what that bitch called, Keith? When he do the when he do the twist of, so he got that and he got a flying move. So does Chris Benoit
You
though.
got the headbutt.
No, it might be Chris Benoit. He has
You got the headbutt
and he has the
tripper.
crippler crawl face.
Crawford.
Crippler crawl face. What is it? Crossface. My fault. Crippler crawl. That's always been something hard for me to say. You know that? My whole life it's actually been a hard thing for me to say. Even as a kid.
That's a tough one.
Crippler crossface. And I would always say that. I would always go crawl face or some shit. It was like, what you
He's
crawling
from
on your,
Louisiana.
they crawling on your face?
Crawfish.
Damn, nah. I'm gonna give it to Jeff though. I think Jeff wins that, even though I love Stone Cold like crazy.
And for my shit, Stone Cold winning my shit.
Damn, I feel crazy that I said Stone Cold would lose.
To Jeff Hardy is kind of crazy.
Triple threat.
But it is a triple threat, so you know.
Chris Benoit kind of
anything can
fucks
happen.
up
Right,
Stone
anything can
Cold a
happen,
little
right, anything
bit.
can happen.
I hit you off with the acrobatic shit. I could jump off the rope.
'Cause
I might catch you with something you're not really used to.
Anyone in my top three can win that shit too. But
Mine
just
would
because
be
I'm biased,
also-
like Stone Cold's
Golden
you
era
gotta,
attitude.
like, yo, 'cause with Bret Hart-
DX influenced the whole. Nah, you're not
Bret
lying.
Hart-
DX
nah.
influenced.
Bret Hart is the
Hart-
best technical wrestler.
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, they had an hour-long match prior. They had that Iron Man
Yep.
match prior.
Yep.
So just off that alone is killed, right? Like
Right.
these niggas wrestle for an hour. You know what I'm
Did
saying?
you? All right, so
I might have to edge it out to Bret Hart though in that, just because my man he was trained by Stu Hart, his father, in the dungeon.
and he beat Stone
We're
Cold.
used to this.
And he beat Stone Cold in
We're
that
used to
submission
these
match.
we're used to this type of shit. You feel me? We're used to having a bang, bro. Bret Hart's
Nah,
my
you're
nigga,
not-
bro. That's my nigga.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
Love Bret Hart, bro.
You're not
Because he
wrong.
will fight with you. He's gonna fight with you, but then he's technical as fuck. So once he puts you in that sharpshooter, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
good
I miss wrestling, dog. That was my shit
Yo, it
when I was
was,
a
bro.
kid, man.
I remember sitting in 7th grade, we had the Wolfpack versus DX, bro. That was the most lit shit ever.
Yeah,
The
nah.
most lit shit ever. I was on the Wolfpack side because we just had the iller people. But that was the most lit shit, bro. You just catching somebody from the other side in the hallway, you just jump them.
Yeah,
You
nah.
whoop 'em.
Nah, you had to, and then like, and then you had that like mutual respect with your friends sometimes. Like that, alright, we practicing. You feel me? I'm gonna hit you with the clothesline, duck, off the rope, spear. You know what I'm saying? Like you would coordinate the whole fucking match with your friends, yo. Like Wrestling was the shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not. I don't watch it anymore, man. But it will always hold a special place in my heart because
I still be watching I watch a documentary on the old wrestlers and all this other shit from like my time and older. Just because, like you said, it's like that's something I grew up on when I was a kid. So it was like, damn, nigga, seeing some old stories about like fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan or some shit like that, or they like. If I'm on TikTok, I see something about the Hardy Boys or some shit like that. I'm watching that just because it's like, damn, this was a fun time. You know what I mean?
It was the best, man. And it reminds me of my pops, too, and shit, because he took me to a couple wrestling matches, man. I got to see John Cena live, Eddie Guerrero.
We were all there. All three of us, remember?
Oh yeah, we did all
that
three.
Was back when John Cena used to rap and like kind of diss the city.
Then we all thought that he wouldn't say shit about Springfield,
right?
Because he graduated, and he
definitely did,
and he started talking crazy.
And we was like, "Yo, we'll battle you," and he ain't accept the challenge.
If he's saying that you're there, then I'ma believe it. I can't remember because I was a little.
Bro, we got to see Crash Holly. Hardcore Holly, Eddie Guerrero.
That was a time, like right in that time,
Chavo,
like that
Rhino.
Rest in peace to Eddie Guerrero, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to Crash Holly.
Right,
because we got to see him and Chris. I know.
Rest in peace to all the a lot of other.
I know Chris Benoit.
This one I started to kind of like fall.
Rest in peace to family.
And it was like I still knew about it, but I just wasn't watching.
Pull me up. I don't need it.
No, I'm just. I didn't even call that.
But nah, you doing it? Catch it. Hey, I said pause.
Oh, it's still great.
I mean, but it's like that's what a quarterback and a receiver do.
Yeah.
They don't say pause every play.
Yeah, but they don't say it though. They don't go, you throwing it, I'm catching it. I guess they probably do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but it's still good, bro. So. Oh nah, man.
Chill. Right.
Nah, man, but shit.
Attitude Era was definitely the best era.
I can agree. Even though like I watched wrestling more before that era, I can honestly say that was the best era.
So top three WCW though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but I didn't really watch that.
Sting is definitely up there.
Yeah, it's gonna be an easy 3 for me.
Sting, shit, bro.
Alright.
See, cause now I'm starting to think of mad different people, like, shit, bro.
Would you put Goldberg in there?
You got like,
he has to be. He literally has to be. He's the greatest. He's probably the greatest.
Honestly, I wasn't.
But wrestlers don't really fuck with him like that.
I wasn't big on Goldberg.
He ended Bret Hart's career.
I mean, like, as far as like popularity and
this is what I'm saying. He's by far the most popular
really,
WCW.
I wasn't really big on him like that, post. But he definitely had an impact there.
DX was definitely that shit.
But me personally, I would probably put Sting above him just off of longevity.
Yeah, Sting wrestled forever.
He's pretty much like I would say like him and probably Ric Flair is the face of fucking WCW.
Yeah.
So you going what? Ric Flair, Sting, Goldberg?
Goldberg wouldn't be.
Oh, you're not in Goldberg. You got Sting. You got Rick. You said Ric Flair.
I would probably put like Ric Flair, Sting. Shit, I'm thinking about. That's a few of them.
Y'all already drank that shit?
Yeah.
You got legends there.
Kevin Nash.
Nah.
But I feel like he was kind of
for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but NWO, you know.
I don't even say Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
I'm probably gonna sound old, but it's like I probably Sting, Ric Flair, and like somebody like Arn Anderson, just because of like with him and Ric Flair with the Four Horsemen,
right?
Which to me is still like the hardest name ever.
Yeah,
I don't see no name fucking with that. Nigga, the Four Horsemen.
Nah,
that shit is tough.
You hear the Four Horsemen, you like
that shit is tough as
they
fuck.
Fuck us up, yo.
Yo, the Four Horsemen, bro. That shit is fucking hard. Bro.
Because usually when they keep the number like low like that, that means like it's just it's only 4 of us, but we're about to
That's all we need.
We're gonna beat the brakes off of anybody.
I really can't even think of 3. Like honestly, like
I mean, you gave me 3. You gave me a good 3.
Like, cause Arn Anderson, he's just a legend, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking about people like, I mean, you still got Diamond Dallas Page,
Lex Luger.
Dallas Page,
Lex Luger.
But those are.
Yeah,
But you don't feel like they're. You don't feel like DDP is more WWF.
no,
He's
hell no.
He's definitely
way more WCW.
Oh, okay. I guess maybe because I was
He came
young
in
when
there
I
later.
Saw, I saw him
He
later.
came in
yeah, I
there
was
when
young.
he
It's
came
my
in there
age
when
difference.
WCW like ended up getting bought
Hey,
out. and
shower
shit.
cakes for the lights and everything.
But
Yo,
nah,
thank you. I appreciate
DDP
you, love.
he's definitely fucking WCW.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just because of my age. I didn't see him until by the time I saw him, he was in the WWE.
I mean, I know this dude is doing the RKO.
Yeah.
But that's the diamond cutter, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I don't fuck with Randy Orton. I don't even fuck with Randy Orton.
That's
I was really
the diamond cutter.
I was been done with fucking.
DDP is a G. He sued Jay-Z for doing this.
Yeah, for
He sued Jay-Z for doing this. He can't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that no more.
You know he's actually doing yoga now.
Yeah,
and
he helped-
saving people.
He helped my man Jake the Snake.
You know who else he helped?
Another fucking legend.
You know who else he helped? Butterbean.
He did help Butterbean.
Butterbean shit was all fucked up. He couldn't even walk like that, man. Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, because when he had that little like,
with a
little
diamond
hump
cutter,
and
and he was fucking
he
good.
does yoga.
Right.
He does like extreme intense yoga that like is able to like give you flexibility back in your shit. Pause.
Yeah.
And he, bro, like Butterbean, which let's give him
He
his
was already
fucking.
a big.
Let's give him his flowers though too, man. Look, that motherfucker was holding it down for the
He got
three.
enough flour.
He was whooping niggas' asses.
He was whooping motherfuckers' asses, and he couldn't fight past 2 rounds. Yeah, he really.
The story.
But he
He was really beating.
like his shit was like this, bro. Like
Oh yeah, you know what? I seen
yeah,
that.
he couldn't walk like this. So a lot of that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, now he's good and shit.
Yeah. So I guess mine is it gotta be Sting, Goldberg. And I feel like wasn't Scott Steiner more in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked with him heavy for some
the
reason.
Steiner brothers.
Yeah, like
Scott and Rick
I
Steiner,
fucked
bro.
so
Them dudes was a problem.
because you got like for me it was just like my age thing. Like I was not really crazy into WCW like that. Like by the time I got onto wrestling, it was straight WWF was the shit already. So I only used to see WCW a little bit. And then the games and shit, they had like WCW characters and shit, but
WCW Nitro,
yeah,
top notch when it comes to fucking wrestling games. Bro.
yeah. I think I had that, or one of y'all had that, and I used to play that shit, so that's how I know about
Notch,
WCW.
But man, shit. Even Stone Cold started in WCW back when he was stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And he had blonde hair.
So
or did he start in ECW? I know he was in ECW.
Nah, he went to ECW after WCW.
So what's your top 3 at WCW?
Bro, my man Flying Brian Pillman, when him and Flying Brian Pillman was a
I
fucking
don't
tag
know
team,
that
I don't got 3, man.
bro, he ended up passing away. Rest in peace, man. But
I ain't fuck with WCW.
Flying Brian Pillman, he was a nut, bro.
Sting and Goldberg, definitely. I can't really think of a third. I wouldn't put Hulk Hogan because I don't really fuck with him.
Man, I don't fuck with Hogan, man.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck with him as a kid, man.
Yeah, nah, not really. I just for some reason.
You knew he was a racist motherfucker. Just
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
I felt racist vibes off him in the show.
Not
Like
it
when I
was
first started seeing him in the show, I used to look at him. I used to go,
racist motherfucker.
he probably say
said
shit
it. He
in
said
the
it.
background, cause
And then he did.
and he did, man. And bro, that's what I'm saying, man. And look, Stone Cold, he probably says it too, but he's cool. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm pretty sure he says
Every
it too.
time I see Stone Cold, I'm like, yeah.
Oh no,
I know you say it. I know you do.
He definitely.
You're
he's
an official.
He's
You're
definitely a little.
But it's like I remember all the memories.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about that man on here.
Like I feel like I be looking like.
But all I gotta say is in the longest yard,
don't
and
you?
in the longest yard, when he was saying all that racist shit,
Oh,
It sounded like he meant it.
I was gonna say,
It sounded like
damn,
he
that
said
sounded
that
like
his brother.
you wasn't even acting, my guy. Sound like that was you.
Sound
Sound like that was you, Stone Cold.
he all improvised that. And they were like, "Whoa!"
Right. They're like, "Whoa, that's not in the script."
And then some of the director was like, "Keep it."
Right.
And it's like, it's authentic. It's authentic.
Raw.
It's authentic.
It raw.
This is
Nothing ain't wrong.
But I.
looking like it.
But it's like I kind of. It's like just please don't say it out loud because I love you.
You
Just
say
keep
that.
it. Yeah.
You say that shit.
You say that shit. You definitely say that shit.
You say that.
I think Hulk Hogan. I already knew. I
didn't like him.
Not
off
of
his
wrestling,
fucking finisher.
but off of
One
the
of the
show.
wackest finishers ever.
You got
Yeah.
a fucking leg
A
drop.
leg drop and a regular leg drop at that. You're not even going off the top
Nothing
rope with
fancy,
it.
bro. You're going. Oh,
It's
what?
a
We're
fucking
going
leg
like.
drop,
Wait, go.
Right, you're bouncing off the ropes, which does nothing for the leg drop. Like
I was
it does
fucking
nothing
with
to
this,
make it
though.
even more fucking brutal.
Yeah, no,
I was
yeah,
fucking
that
with
was
that.
cool. That was cool.
Yeah,
He
fuck
know he
that.
was a good. He was
I
a,
was fucking with that.
He was a.
But other than that, yo,
He was a showman, I guess.
I couldn't.
No,
Couldn't
you was a
stand
piece
that
of shit.
Couldn't stand. It's like, bro, you don't never wrestle on like the regular like Monday night.
And
shit,
he had the big boot that set it up too,
which was
also lame
whack,
as
bro.
fuck. Also lame as hell.
Like Shawn Michaels would beat the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, what?
Wham!
Shawn Michaels.
Super kicking the fuck out of you, bro.
Nah, no bullshit. Shawn Michaels beating the fuck out of Hulk
Hell
Hogan.
yeah.
Yo, that was my Shawn Michaels, bro.
He was actually a piece of shit though.
Who, Shawn
But
Michaels?
shout out Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, when I was watching the shit with him and
Like he was a little motherfucker that
Little
ran
prick.
shit, and if
little prick.
Yeah.
Little prick, good. But yeah, he's definitely one of them ones, man. And then
but he was definitely like one of my favorites when I got into wrestling. Like, yeah, I fucked it because the super kick was just so dope.
it was smooth.
Sweet chin music, and the way he set up that sweet chin music, you know, he'd be in the corner tuning up the band. Yep, the neighbors downstairs like, oh shit.
Yeah, what the hell is your problem?
Well, Shawn Michaels here.
Yeah, but
Somebody's tuning up the band. Wait. Well, you just put liquor in a cup that I ain't drinking out of.
nah.
Oh,
I just put. Where's your shit at?
What's red?
Hey, shout out everybody that joined the live, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Don't go live crazy on my shit.
Man, we had some good ass conversation, didn't we? We went.
I can't believe you talking about wrestling for that long.
And there's how fast an hour goes by. It's been an hour 16 minutes. We're gonna end it on a shot. We're gonna.
All right, I guess we gotta catch up to this guy, right?
Right. Anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in to Primo Sports, man. This was episode 3.
All game, no hype.
We still gonna shoot episode 4 on Friday.
Another
anyway,
birthday
so
shout out to this man right here.
the content is gonna keep on coming in, man. We not stopping. This is the new wave in sports media, man. Shouts to y'all, man. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Good night.